At the tender age of like 12 or 13, I put my foot down and made up in my mind that I was going to be a woman who did not cook or clean for a man.
Hey y'all, welcome back to the Just a Girl Show. My name is Jeannie, and if you are new here, if you're new to the channel, of course, hit that subscribe button. Turn your notification on so you never miss an episode. And if you are a subscriber, welcome back to the channel. So it's so interesting as to how women will risk it all, travel across the world, to get their hair done, right? To pay hundreds of thousands and thousands of dollars to get their hair done, right? But let a man say, can you cook me a meal? It's like, cook you I wish I would. I wish I would. This is what they say, right? Well, this woman told a story time about how she was planning to drive 7 hours to take a class with a hairstylist. And the stylist canceled on her as she was 5 hours into her drive. Okay. I'm going to share this video and we're going to come back and talk about it.
Y'all, do not book CP Styles in Baltimore. Tell me why I drove almost 7 hours away for her to cancel my appointment for a one-on-one 2 hours prior to the appointment. My appointment was at 10:30 a.m. Around 7 a.m., I texted her saying that I'll be about 15 minutes late. No response. Y'all, at 8, hold on. Give me a second. So I have the number that I texted was the number that was in her bio on her Instagram. And we already previously were texting this week in regards to like a webinar. But I texted her and I said, hey, good morning. I'm running about 15 minutes late. I'm coming from Boston. I just want to let you know to see, what the grace period was, to see if I'll be able to make it. I was going to arrive at 10:45, but again, I was hitting it. So it wouldn't have been that late. No response. She texted me off another number at 8:16. Hey, good morning. Can we reschedule your one-on-one class? I said, hi, good morning. I'm from out of state. I'm literally on the road right now. I've been driving for about 5 minutes already. I texted your other number, gave the other number at 7 a.m. Is there a way I can call you or something so we can figure things out? Because at this point, I was literally almost about an hour and 45 minutes out. I didn't want to keep driving to actually get there, and it's a no call, no show. So I called, no response. So she then proceeds to text me after not answering my phone call saying, I'm not available. This is why I said I need to reschedule. I had a death in my family. I'm sorry for inconveniencing you. I said, can I have my deposit back? And then I say, you wait to say this 2 hours before? I already texted you at 7. Did you wake up and just get the news?
So I clipped it up for you to get the nitty gritty of it, right? But to plan to drive 7 hours, okay? And dead wrong. These hairstylists, which I've talked about before, they are disgusting. Every other day there's a story to my house, somebody scammed them, took their money, did this, did that, canceled. And yet, these people still have clients. But I want to just focus on the fact that this woman unfortunately experienced this. This is messed up. It's messed up on so many levels. Now, she didn't obviously lose much money, but I lost a lot. Honestly, I lost a lot of time and money just traveling, right? Traveling 5 hours there, then I drive 5 hours back. Insane. But how do we do that? But when it comes down to being a partner, working with a man, we are so like, I'm not doing all that.
There's a really great conversation happening right now on my For You page, thanks to this creator who talks about how men weaponize food to inflict abuse within their home. And there's a bigger conversation happening around patriarchy and the rhetoric that we use that pacifies and encourages boys to be gluttonous, inconsiderate, and weaponize willful ignorance to enforce the girls in their home to do more labor. And all of this conversation makes me think about how at the tender age of like 12 or 13, I put my foot down and made up in my mind that I was going to be a woman who did not cook or clean for a man. very early age. And I never really, like, I knew the reason, the specific reason why, but now that this conversation is happening, I'm like, oh my God, like, this is the root, the why.
You want me to pay a bill? I wish I would pay a bill. You want me to pay for dinner? I wish I would. But you are going to travel. We're planning to travel 7 hours there and 7 hours back. I get you want to invest in your career, but this is what my point is. We don't want to invest in our own family. We don't want to invest in our relationship. You will invest that time to travel, do all that, but we don't want to invest in our relationships and in our families at all. At all. But then we love to claim that these women, we're all such girls and we're this and we're that. And when somebody call us out, and these are black hairstylists, let me make this clear, this is a black hairstylist. And these are primarily black hairstylists who are the ones out here doing these people dirty. People want to be like, oh, it ain't that big a deal. No, it is. And people are calling out this fake girl stuff.
Every time I get on TikTok, it's a fucking crying bitch on here making a 6-part story about how some bitch played with her hair appointment, her nail appointment, her lash appointment. Whoa, bitch. I thought y'all bitches was girls. Now you get to see how bitches is for real. Cause I talk about bitches, I get called a pick-me. I told you, bitches is crazy. Bitches is evil. Bitches is broke. Bitches will take your $50 deposit and close down shop. Now you don't fuck with bitches. We've been trying to tell y'all this. Fuck all that girl shit. Fuck all of that. I already told y'all, these bitches is weird.
As she said, every other day is something. But y'all supposed to be girls. But soon as somebody like myself or this woman calls stuff out, we pick me. Our priorities are all messed up. All messed up. If it came down to really having to do something for your family and a man who's intentional want to date you and he says, hey, would you mind taking an hour drive for us to meet in the middle for us to go on a date? Oh, you better come pick me up. You better sit in the plane to me. You better do this. But you was going to, okay. This is how messed up we are. And why we prioritize our careers. And then that's why our love lives be in hell. It ain't going as planned as you might want it to be. It's looking chaotic. You can't find a good man, quote unquote, because you don't want to do anything. If it ain't about you, if that man wants you to do even a little bit, I wish he would. We want to stay at home and not pay no bills. We want to do nothing. We want to just be princesses.
But when y'all ladies be saying that you could never cook for your man, if a man asks you for something to eat, you're not a wife yet, I be keeping my mouth shut. Because what? You willing to live with somebody. You willing to split bills. You willing to have babies with a nigga. But you draw the line at sandwich. Like, I get that y'all be trying to force him to make you a wife. But baby, I think if you already did all that and he still ain't wifed you, you might well just go ahead and put your apron on, bitch. Like, just go ahead and make this sandwich. Because how dare you start having some standards after you done busted pussy yo, but then I'm telling him bring it back like 3 or 4 times for him. You got his kids, you got everything, you got everything. Y'all sharing everything. But now all of a sudden I'm not doing wife shit without being a wife. Like, y'all making make sense of me. Am I tripping? Like, are y'all really drawing the line and making a sandwich? Like,
but y'all let these women play with y'all all day long, which is why I always say they claim to have such strict programs when it comes to these men, quote unquote. They're lying. I don't buy it. They let these hairstylists play with them over and over and over again. You cannot convince me that you have a strict program in your life. It is no way.
Take it from me, your big sister, somebody who's lived a little bit. You are going to lose out on a lot of potential partners, spouses, husbands, running that extra strict program of yours. Listening to the group chat, listening to people online telling you what to do who have never even done it before or who are lying to you. The reality is you're running that extra strict program as a proxy for you not to be hurt, and intimacy cannot live where vulnerability does not exist. Or you're running that extra strict program so you can put in the group chat, I cut him off, blah, blah, blah. And the girls are gonna be like, yes, girl, queen, I love it. And then you're gonna be the last single woman in the group chat because your friends aren't doing that either.
There's no way you convince me that you have a strict program. I don't believe it. I don't. Because they say one thing and it sounds all cliche and it sounds like, oh, don't play with me. But y'all, they get played with by these women and they don't care. They don't care. But it's crazy because we don't even realize the connection of how this looks and why this directly correlates to the breakdown in the Black families, the lack of marriage amongst Black women, because we don't want to work hard to build. You're willing to do the work that you got to do to build up your career, but why don't you want to do the work to build up the foundation of your relationship? Why not? That's where we've lost the plot. That's why I've said you have to put the work into finding a man that you want. It's a job. It is a job to find a good man. You got to put yourself out there. You got to be able to vet. You got to be able to use your discernment. It takes work. You just like you pour into that career, you got to pour into the love life that you want. But if you are like, oh, I wish I would pay a bill. I wish I would go, meet him somewhere and drive my car all the way to meet him an hour away. But you were going to drive 7 hours. And she canceled on you. And she played with you. Rightfully so, you have every right to be mad. She's a liar. All the things. She's right. But we don't have the same energy as Black women to do this for the men that we could potentially have a future with. We are so anti, I'm not doing this for a man. I'm not doing this. I'm too good for that. Okay. But this is why we're where we are. This is why we're at the bottom in so many areas. Because I wish I would. But again, these are just my thoughts. As always, please let me know your thoughts in the comments about this topic. Like the video, of course, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next episode soon. Bye.